Welcome, Mr. Praful Chapate, a
Thank
principal
you, Savita ma'am.
with whom I have worked for many years. We were both working for the same organization, and I have seen him grow. Today, I'll be talking with him to find out what are those real skills needed for a child to become successful in life. Welcome, sir, to my interview series of Winds of Change. Change is a way of life, and today every single person is forced to change the way they live, the way they think, and the way they act. You being the head of an institute, you are seeing your school, the teachers, the students, and the parents facing a lot of changes. What do you feel is the attitude of these stakeholders when it came to the change? First, your teachers.
Teachers, yes, they had to change their methodology entirely. They had to undergo training for this transition. Nobody was used to teaching virtually. Till this pandemic arises, we were in supposition that yes, teacher is indeed needed for schooling and physical schooling cannot be replaced with virtual schooling. But this pandemic situation, COVID 19, it has forced us to
Hmm.
opt for this virtual classes. And
Hmm.
we have to, it has not left with any choice. And we have to opt for this virtual classes. So initially, how to go about it? Yes. So techno-savvy teachers we interacted. We found all possible solutions, probable solution which can be used for this virtual classes. Then initially, being techno-savvy, I took initiative, and as the Google Meet is one of the safest software, so we started using that for
Mhm.
virtual classes. So initially we conducted interview with the teachers, then we conducted micro teaching with the teacher, then also we conducted a small seminar workshop where we were explaining them how to use this Google Meet, how to be at camera, because teachers are very versed in classroom, but
Mhm.
how to behave in camera. Just you have just share that the skills here are different.
Yes.
Then how to manage with the student. So many student online, but very few are same.
Hmm.
So these all challenges were there. And gradually, we anticipated few.
Mhm.
We introduced that to the student with solutions.
Mhm.
Teacher were enough confident, and then they went live for the virtual classes.
Okay.
About students, yes, students were cooperated a lot with the teachers, parent also, when the classes initiated. In
Mhm.
initial time, there was lots of problem. We understood those problems, and then we resolved also. Gradually,
Okay.
we understood what are the more different skills and what modification is required in virtual classes. That we
Mhm.
understood, we realized, we noted out.
Mhm.
Then, with suggestions of parents, with suggestion of teachers, we modified our methodology in virtual classes, and that
Mhm.
really helped. So we started with basic and we modified, and we
Modified.
yes, we cope
Well.
up with the virtual classes.
Now here I have one question. Overnight you had to change. No one
Yes,
was aware that this is going to come. So overnight you had to take a decision and you had to shift your classes online. Tell me
yes.
two skills of the teachers, of the students and parents, two skills that was actually necessary to facilitate this shift.
Yes. One is the adaptation, adapting
Adaptation.
new methodology
Hmm.
where teacher has to go virtually, where students are not seen physically, and teacher has to teach to a camera actually.
Yeah.
So emotionally also they are supposed to change. They were supposed to be very emotionally strong, which they were.
Hmm.
Fortunately, being in CBSE school, being in a school where infra is very good, teachers were
Mhm.
already using the online platform, not online, but yes, online like
That
there are some,
e-learning.
yes, e-learning they were
E-learning
already
platform.
following, like some resources like presentation videos, they were available. They are developed by the innovation center of the school, so they were
Mhm.
already using that. So that they were you supposed to use online to the
Mhm.
student.
Mhm.
And in this pandemic situations, teachers were also locked in home. Few were
Mhm.
having the laptop, but many were supposed to use the
Mhm.
the mobile.
Mobile
They were
phones.
supposed to conduct the classes through mobile.
Mhm.
So we trained them in that way also, that with mobile, how can they cope up with this virtual
Mhm.
class? Effectively, how can they deliver their classes with the mobile?
Yes,
That
so two things we can say that one, they had the flexibility and the mindset to
yes,
change. It's
right.
a situation where they needed to change and they changed immediately. And second, we can say that every day you face some problem, so that problem solving ability was very much required. And
Yes,
definitely, someone is using laptop, someone is using mobile. Somewhere, some problem is cropping up, and you all are finding solution. So,
yes,
what was most essential was the mindset to be flexible in approach, and second is the problem solving attitude. As a teacher, I have been teaching for so many years. I also know that when you teach something, immediately the child responds, not necessarily by words. Even the child's eyes or body posture shows whether the
true.
child has understood or not. Teaching to the camera, on the other hand, where you don't get an immediate feedback, it's a very tough thing to do because you're not aware. So you have to devise different methods and means to find out whether the child has grasped the concept properly or not. Do you feel in this online class that the onus of learning has shifted to the student?
Yes, uh, there was drastic change, and that was not by choice, but that was forced. But
Mm-hmm.
positively, you can consider like this that yes, teachers, we belong to 20th century, but our kids,
Mm-hmm.
they all belong to 21st century, and they have they have seen this mobile, etc., right from their birth. So
Hmm.
it is not new for them. So for
Yeah.
them, adaptation was very, very easy. Second
Hmm.
thing, uh, the school was stopped suddenly without having any idea. Like today they were giving the exam and tomorrow the exam cancelled and all
Cancel.
got locked in. That
Hmm.
was a scenario. And after that, after 10, 15 days, we opened the school. So
Hmm.
students were quite happy to see to their teachers, their friends, maybe virtually. They were eager to come to these virtual classes to see their
Hmm.
teacher and the friends. And they were very comfortable at home. We did not force them to wear uniform or likewise. With
Hmm.
flexible timing like morning time at around 9
Hmm.
p.m. They were furnishing their morning tasks and then they were ready getting ready for these classes. So there was
Hmm.
quite flexibility, and classes hardly like varying from 1 hour to 2.5 hours, and
Hmm.
they were getting ample of time also. So that way
Okay.
they were very happy that school
Hmm.
time is reduced. They can meet their friend even though they are locked down in their home. So that
Hmm.
was something driving force to bring those students to these virtual classes, and uh, we have created resources for them. We have also shown flexibility. We shifted from our school app to different app like even WhatsApp, because WhatsApp
Hmm.
everybody is having these days.
Hmm.
So we shifted we were sending all material to the student, the the weekly timetable, daily study timetable that we send to them so that they can study with some guideline which were shared
Hmm.
by the school with the student.
Okay. So Since you have been in the teaching field for such a long time, what are the three top skills that the child needs to imbibe while in school itself so that they can be successful later?
Um, Now, as all you know that in today's world, different skills are required which are not usually taught in school, but gradually when they are undergoing undergraduation or graduation, then that skills they are supposed to uh, gain, acquire, and that's why responsibility of school colleges has increased, that not only knowledge based but different skills also must be imbibed among the student, and CBSE doing wonderful in this, even that is being percolated among other boards also like state board and other board.
Other books.
So yes, so wonderful skills they are bringing, which are required in today's world, like problem solving, experiential learning. The methodology in the classroom teaching has also entirely changed. The connection between different subjects that is being stressed upon a lot. So this will definitely help in future. Like whatever their knowledge they have gained in their schooling or in their undergraduation or graduation,
Mhm.
that will be applied properly by making the proper connections. So
Mhm.
making proper connections, interlinking with different skills, and applying knowledge to whichever field they are entering into. So these
Mhm.
different skills of problem solving, then uh, working with others, teamwork.
Mhm.
These will be definitely required in future,
Mhm.
because in today's world there are different projects. People has to work with different kind of people.
Mhm.
So they should learn this, and this is very much happening in the school also. Like group projects they are doing, they are presenting. So these skills will be required. Problem solving.
Mhm.
The curriculum is changed already, and again it is revised in coming year. As we know that CBSE has revamped the whole curriculum, and
Mhm.
from next coming session it will be implemented also. So that will again bring some different skill which are imbibed into the regular syllabus. So
So,
definitely this
mhm.
make our student confident enough and compatible for future world which will be
Mhm.
required.
So first is the application of knowledge. Whatever
Yeah.
knowledge you have, you need to apply that. And it's not only that you learn the knowledge, you apply the knowledge. And interconnection of the knowledge, that various fields and you can interconnect it and then together apply the knowledge. That is one very important field. Second is that problem solving, whatever problems you are having that you need to solve. And team, team is one word which is what our group activities start off in school, and when they go to the different work area, there are various team members and you need to know how to work with individually to complete a project, because nowhere will you get something which you have to do by yourself. It is always based on a team based approach. So that is one very very important aspect which the children have to carry with them. Now, since they are at home right now, these knowledge, how can they, along with the family members or in the house, how they can build these skills at home? Some examples of what can they do where these skills will get enhanced.
Yes. So even though they are logged in home and virtual schooling is going on, but simple tasks they can do which are related to their subject. So like they are relating the core subject like mathematics, science with the art. Then
Mhm.
this has given a chance where students are getting ample of time. This
Mhm.
time also can be utilized for enhancing their different skills, maybe like dance, maybe like theater. So right now also different institutions have come up with
mm,
their different courses which they are availing online also. So that
mm,
also student can avail simultaneously.
mm.
So it
They
is
can
a
learn.
chance. Yes. Now
They
only
can learn.
this chance and opportunity should be explored. With the help of parent and their consent, student can enhance their skills even in pandemic situation.
I think so. Even we can suggest them to work at home, different small works which they can help their mother, so they can have an effect of working at home and helping the mother, and little bit small things which they can do at home, which will enhance their ability to do work, to give a problem and let them solve that small problems which are coming up. That will definitely help them. Now, in this pandemic situation, sir, everything has changed. Now, we don't know when it is going to end. No one has an idea about that. Someday or the other, it will definitely come to an end. At that time, what do you think? For what skills or what things you are doing now, which you will be carrying into the future schooling?
Yes, definitely. Currently, uh, being a teacher are available for limited time, unlike like 6 hours schooling has dropped down to 2 hours max, depend on
Hmm.
different classes.
Hmm.
So students are supposed to learn self. So self
Hmm.
study, this skill will definitely help in their future. Students are supposed to explore whatever different material are used or available or
Hmm.
show teacher online that they can explore themselves because it is being sent, and they are studying again and again. Then they
Hmm.
are solving the exercise assignment based on it,
Hmm.
and so this is leading them to become independent learner, which is the nick
Hmm.
of time. And
Hmm.
this skill of independent learner, self-study is definitely going to help them in future.
Hmm.
So this is the biggest skill they will learn, and
Hmm.
this will help them in their future too.
Yes,
Then, uh,
definitely.
even though school is taking care of their whole academic, but we know that students are going for tuitions or something like that. So this is being forced at least in middle school and primary, and this is now stopped.
Hmm.
So they are learning from one teacher, exploring themselves, and again self-study. So this will build a confidence among themselves. Ki, yes, I can learn at my own with little help of teacher.
Hmm.
So this skill definitely going to help them in future.
Hmm. So there's self-learning skill. So now the students have got into the habit that teacher is giving them the direction and giving them the material, and they are going through that material again and again, and they are finding it out themselves and studying it themselves, answering. So that self skill has become a prominent skill in the life of the student, and definitely this is one very good skill. Self learning is a very good skill which they will continue. And as you had said, that there was a trend going on right now, that children would rush for tuitions whether they needed it or not, and we have been speaking about it, that that was not at all a good trend, because whatever syllabus is actually devised, it is very much age appropriate. So a child can definitely learn it with the help of the teacher. They don't need too many helping heads. That used to become something, it is to be spoon fed to the students, which was not correct. They needed to face those, read it, reread it, understand, and then apply the knowledge. So this is one very good thing which has come out of the pandemic, is that the child is learning to self-learn. One thing which you feel will change after this pandemic, good or bad, whatever it is, but one thing that is definitely going to change. What do you think that change will be?
Uh, like sir, this in this pandemic situation, some precautions were supposed to be taken, like health precautions,
Hmm.
maintaining distance, falling in line.
Hmm.
This all will definitely help elders also, that even though this will go, so they may follow the same. Yes, whenever you are going for a shop or grocery shop, then you have to follow this etiquettes there also, maintaining self distance. Then healthcare, like washing your hands before uh, uh, going anywhere, or you have come from some place, then you should be taking care of your health.
Hmm.
Even in this COVID 19, most important thing is, as there is no cure, so
Hmm.
most important thing is that everybody has to remain fit.
Hmm.
Everybody should take care of their health, and their endurance must be enhanced.
Hmm.
So this will be making them health conscious,
Hmm.
as the outside food is not allowed, like hotels have closed down, people are eating at their home, so this also may enhance hereafter.
So what we are seeing is that in India we had this culture that we don't take our footwear inside the house. That is one culture which was there, which was slowly getting eroded, but now again it has come back. That we don't bring our footwear inside, we keep it outside the house. We come and we wash our hand and feet, which has been told to us. Those have again come back. Home cooked foods, you have pointed it out very rightly that home cooked food, that what we are using in the kitchen, our spices and that ginger and turmeric and all that which our parents and grandparents have been telling us to eat, is still very much relevant today, and we will go back to that sort of food. Eating outside, eating unhealthy will definitely go down, because we are seeing how the pandemic is spreading and no one wants to get sick. After this ends, we will still continue with the home cooked food than the outside food. That outside food eating habit will definitely lessen down now. So here I would like to tell you a very small incident. The other day, one of my student who is in Pune working gave me. I just called her to find out whether she was okay or not, and she is working, so she doesn't get time to cook. So she used to eat outside most of the time, and occasionally once or twice she used to cook at home. Now, she had a whole kitchen setup, but she usually used to say that I'm too tired after coming back, so I can't cook. Now, during this pandemic situation, she is there in Pune itself, and she started cooking. Her realization was, I asked her that, are you able to manage? She said, there is no option other than managing, because there is no food outlet available open to serve food, so I have to cook my own food. And then she told me something very interesting. You said, you know, if we cook food at home, it's a lot of money being saved. I said, how? I said, I had bought my rations and I started cooking. At the end of the month, I was wondering, I have a lot of money left from my food budget, because eating out is very costly. I know you all would tell me often that eating out is very costly, cook at home. But today I can feel that, you save a lot of money. So I smiled at her that in the hard way she has learned that if she cooks at home she should saves a lot of money. So this is one very very important thing that we will all be carrying with us now. So one more thing I wanted to ask you is that the children, when they are going in for higher education, what are the factors they should look at? Because if we look today, the children who are going in for engineering, after completing the engineering, is not doing any job related to that. Most of them are opting for some other job, which number one is available in the market at that time, and number two, they want to do. So, what is the advice to those students who are in this, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, when they are actually deciding what subjects to take and what jobs to take?
Mostly, students are following the trend,
Hmm.
and once they reach there at that point, after 3 4 years, the trend has changed,
Hmm.
and then this kind of situation arises, so which is not good. That's why instead of flowing with the trend, student must realize, must check what are their strengths and weaknesses. Second thing, when they are schooling, when before the decision point comes, like after 10th, which stream to be opted. So before that only, like in standard, right from standard 7, 8, 9, 10, they must explore instead
Hmm.
of getting indulged into tuition or something like that. Basic study they are doing, they are
Hmm.
completing homework, etc. And the rest time they must utilize for exploring different jobs, profession. They
Hmm.
must meet different people right from a grocery shop, right from the advocate, the IS officer,
Hmm.
or farmer, all kind of profession. They must meet at least one person. They must interact with them, knowing what are the challenges and opportunity are in their profession. It
Hmm.
must not be always about the money, but
Hmm.
your liking, your choice, your skills, your strength, your weakness, that should be all explored and final decision should have been taken.
Hmm.
Also nowadays, good pre-vocational tests are available. So that also child can go. Most of the time, parents are forcing, or there is a peer pressure, or there is a social pressure, and
Hmm.
because of that also they are getting flown away with the trend. So
Hmm.
instead, if they opt for such tests, which are nowadays very cheap also, and
Hmm.
by knowing their strength, weaknesses, skills, they can decide which field they can stay longer into. So to avoid
Hmm.
this, self-awareness very important.
Hmm.
So this will be my
So,
suggestion.
mhm. So basically, why does a child come to school? A child comes so that they get the necessary knowledge. The knowledge is for that when they grow up, they can have some vocation from which they can earn their money to lead their life. Now, while they're in school, they should start right from sixth, seventh standard onwards to interact with people in the society. So let them go out and meet people. Let it be an IS officer or a farmer or an IPS officer and a milkman and a grocery store owner or a man who is running some provision store. Go out and interact with different sort of people, because a society is made up of different people. So go out and interact with these people, find out what they are doing, how they are doing, what are the things needed in that particular profession, and then they can start exploring their own strength and weaknesses, which will make them aware of which profession they can take, which they can opt for, and not go with the current trend. My friend is taking science, so I also need to take science, or parental pressure that you need to become a doctor, need to become an engineer, is not correct, because the child will be working for 20, 25 years of his life or her life. They need to enjoy that. They need to enjoy that time and not shift after they have completed their post graduation. That is really a wastage of time and energy and money. And of course, I think so, sir. Here I'll add one more thing, that they need to check the money part also, because
Yes.
private education today is very, very costly.
Costly.
They need to find out that what is the capacity, the parent is willing to pay for the child, and whether paying that much amount, they will be able to recover that amount after they pass out from that stream. That is also one point. And the parents and the child, they need to sit and talk about this. They need to discuss about this. What are the pros and cons and where they can go? Because today's world, a child can do anything they want, and they can earn money out of it. You see, the profession like YouTubers and Insta influencers were never there before, but it has come up now. Online education is coming up, online consultations are coming up. So there are a lot more job opportunities. And during this pandemic, we are seeing those who are self-employed, they are able to do much more than the people who are actually working with that pressure on their head that they might lose their job. So even if someone thinks of starting something by themselves or doing something by themselves, that is also a good idea, and parents should support that. And definitely what you have said, sir, those simple tests that are available, they give a clear picture. Sometimes a child may not be very in a position, or the parents may not be in a position to decide, because sometimes when the children are good, they are good in many multiple things, it becomes difficult to actually find out. And sometimes when academically a child is weak, then the parents feel that the child is very weak, the child can't do anything. But these tests suggest that there are many different things in which the child is good at. So those tests that you are suggesting is very good for the child to find his or her weakness and strength, and then according to what is there available in the society, and they can go for it, and that way they will not be wasting their energy, and they'll do well. Definitely, they'll be doing well. Sir, it was a wonderful thing talking to you. And thank you so much for coming and joining me in this interview. Hope we have such interaction again.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I also like to interact with you, and it was wonderful interaction that you have shared also your views, and I also you have listened and well woven into your own words. Thank you for that.
Thank you, sir. Bye.